Okay, we are going to start the weekly AllSigns Love Readings. Classic me. I posted about me going live and then didn't actually schedule the live, so a lot of you won't have had a chance to see that it's happening, but hopefully you'll get notified now that I've come on. It's such a busy time of year, isn't it? A lot of you that watch regularly and buy readings from me regularly know that I'm a full-time high school teacher, and then I do the channel on top. So I'm busy anyway, but I was seeing my friends yesterday and just said, like, it's such a hectic run up, isn't it, to Christmas, or whether you celebrate something alternative, it's a time for, being thankful, having time with family, especially if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. It's just freezing cold, and it's just like a battle. It's a battle to get things done before it goes dark and really cold, and yeah, so anyway, let's get on. Oh, I've got a really nice new oracle deck for you guys. It's called Yule Celebration, so that's really sweet. And then I've got these candles, but there's like a double wick, so you light the candle in the middle and then it lights around the outside, like LED lights. So I don't really get the technology bit there, but I thought they were nice. The Christmas spice. So hopefully they stay on. I'm going to do sage, but I've got the windows open because it's really smelly. Is that lit? I don't want to take my nails off or melt my nails. There we go. So they're collective readings by zodiac sign. I'll go through all of the signs in zodiac order. I'm going to get them all done today. I may even try to stay on and not have a break, but let's see how we go. Okay, so I do a 9-card spread. I get 3 cards for how you're feeling, 3 cards for how your person's feeling, and 3 cards for the outcome. I clarify why they feel the way that they feel. I get messages from them, and then I get you some advice from Spirit, okay? So it's trying to understand if you're both on the same page. It's a does he or she feel the same spread, okay? My name's Jenny, if you need to know. My name's Jenny at 7 Chakras Tarot, and memberships will be starting in a few weeks. It's going to be longer than what I thought because it takes about 9 weeks to get your tax ID back from the United States, so it's probably going to be March time, to be honest, but so pleased to be over that hurdle. Yeah, so I will exist according to the US in March time and be able to get paid by Google. So hoping to move over to doing the channel full time in 2026. That's my goal. So let's see if we can do it. Any way you can support the channel, much appreciated. Oh, let me get the Aries card out. So starting off with Aries, I'll go through each of the zodiac signs. The readings last about 40 minutes, so if you're looking for a sign that's near the end of the zodiac, I wouldn't stay on. I will come back later. Yeah, so it's about 45 minutes up to an hour for each reading. There's Aries. Looks like Rudolph. I'm a bit worried that these candles are going to set my cards on fire. Let's move them back. Move them back out the way. Okay. A few shuffles. I do private readings because these are collective ones. Private ones are £18, 1/8. They're just as long, but they'll be 100% your message, your person's messages, the timing will be much more accurate. So sometimes it's nice to do a personal reading. Otherwise, enjoy the collective readings. You can watch your sign, or you can watch the sign of your person. My advice is to follow those signs, regularly follow the long-term narrative, what is going on in that person's life, what's going on in your life, because that's how you're going to understand where their head's at and what they're thinking and why things are changing the way that they are, okay? Spirit guides, the universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Aries' highest good. How is Aries feeling in this third week of December 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Aries is feeling first of all, please. Hi, welcome in guys, welcome in Brent, Kenzie. We're just starting the Aries reading, okay? The 2 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so let's have a look. This is the stained glass tarot deck. It's absolutely gorgeous. So this is the card of the juggler. And you see that one pentacle is bigger than the other. This is the eternal battle, okay? Which one is going to win? Sometimes it can speak to a choice needing to be made. Well, I don't know why you came in, Kenzie, because this is a tarot reading and it says that on the channel, lovely. People are wild, okay. Maybe you wanted 10 seconds of fame, I don't know. The 2 of Pentacles is like, which is going to win? Okay, so it could be that you've got different priorities, like you could have family, you know, children being a strong priority. You could have that battling against work. It's how do I keep all the plates spinning, you know? If you're trying to consider love, maybe you don't have children, maybe you're trying to consider work and home versus bringing someone new into your life, you know? We've all got different responsibilities, different priorities. So this is the juggler, but when it's reversed, I think there's a bit of a difficulty in keeping all those plates spinning. Let's get another card. The 10 of Swords reversed, okay? So the 10 of Swords when it's upright is someone who's feeling the most amount of pain. Look at all of those swords, okay? They're from head to toe. You couldn't take any more pain than that. Swords represent communication and thoughts, okay? So 10 is the end of a cycle. So the good thing is this is the end of what's been a really, really difficult time. Okay, with it being reversed, it means that not only are we at the end of the cycle, but we chose to drop the burdens. We chose to stop worrying. We chose to stop feeling the pain, you know? So that's a little indication to me that you could have ended something with someone, or you could have just decided you're not going to worry anymore. You're not going to stress anymore. You're not going to stay in this, you know, bitterness or resentment that you're feeling. It's a choice to move on, okay? It's not like we've just carried on with the pain right through. There's been, towards the end, a deliberate decision, like, right, that's the end of that. The 8 of Pentacles is in the challenge position, so you could be trying to move towards growth and expansion. And I would say it's with regards to yourself rather than with another person, because we had the end of a painful cycle. It could be that you're thinking about the future and what you want for yourself, but I'd expect some other cards to come out first. This is someone who's working hard to achieve, okay? And it's normally like when you're trying to add other skills and trades to your belt. It's normally when you're trying to take on a professional qualification. It's about leveling up, trying to get into a new tax bracket, trying to get into a new salary band, you know. We're moving from the Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is when you're self-sufficient, you're independent, you have enough by yourself. So, yeah, so I'd expect this is to be like more of a single energy. And it's in the challenge position though. So it's like, I've got to find a way to get over this pain and whatever was difficult to manage. And I've got to just stay focused on my own success, my own independence. Let's get 3 for the one that's showing up for you. Thanks, the loves. So Aries, your person, it's either someone on your mind, someone that you're actually dealing with, or someone that you're manifesting in the future. Now you've got the Four of Cups, okay? So that's really nice artwork, but stained glass is what you have on churches. So it's just multicolored glass windows, basically. Stained glass. The Four of Cups is someone that they're ignoring a cup that's being offered towards them. They're looking at these cups, okay, and they're ignoring this one. So it's someone who's closed off to love, because cups of emotion are offered by people that care about us, people that have special feelings for us. They think that we're special, that we're worth, that they could fall in love with us. So if someone's closed off to love, they're not looking for new offers of emotion. Yeah, religious. The Six of Wands reversed. This person feels... It's strange because they're closed off, but they feel unseen. And I know that because the Six of Wands, when it's upright, is victory, success, recognition. It's someone that, in a love reading, their crush is noticing them, or, they feel like someone's checking them out in work, or, walking home from wherever, like the shops, the library, or like, like they've caught someone's eye and they're kind of aware of it and they feel like good about themselves. It's this kind of, or if you've already got a partner, like they're telling you that you look nice today and fussing over you and making you feel seen. It's that kind of thing. So when it's reversed, it's a lack of being seen, a lack of being recognised. But this person's kind of doing it to themselves because they're not noticing new love. They're significant to you somehow because they're showing up in your spread. So it may be that you don't know who this is, or it may be that this person feels rejected by you. And it could be someone that you've decided, like, this is messy, I'm too busy for games, I'm gonna, just focus on myself. It could be someone that, that you were dealing with. The Queen of Cups reversed. This person definitely, they're feeling bitter. The Queen of Cups, when she's upright, is someone with an open heart chakra. They're able to forgive, they're able to understand, to have empathy, to be patient, to let bygones be bygones, let things go if it didn't work out. This is not someone that's going to let things go, okay? They're feeling resentful. They're feeling bitter. They feel like you're not giving them attention, that you may be giving up and walking away. They could be a water sign, because the Queen of Cups is water sign, so that's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but they don't have to be. Okay, that's just their vibe at the moment. Such a lack of fire. All that water being poured out of those cups has put that fire out in that person. And you're moving from you know, sort of pain, emotional pain, into a state of just wanting to be practical, wanting stability, wanting growth, wanting independence. They could be a bit of a drama queen, this person. Let's get 3 for the outcome. I think this is someone that feels hurt by you because of a lack of time or attention or something. The Hermit. So that's a period of isolation. It's the major arcana for Virgo. It's a period of isolation. In the story of the major arcana, the Fool realizes that he needs to walk this part of the journey alone. The answers lie within him. And normally we do this. Oh, piss off, Andrew. Seriously. The Fool realizes that he must walk this part of the journey alone, okay? So you can't ask someone else what went wrong in this relationship. You know, what was my part? What was their part? You know that. You can't ask someone else what you liked about the relationship and what you didn't, and what you want with the next person. Only you can work that out for yourself. So that's normally what this part of the journey is about, okay? It's soul searching. It's what we call shadow work in tarot. If you don't like tarot, don't know why you're coming into the channel, like, other than to piss people off at Christmas time, which is lovely character trait. I'm just going to close the windows because I was letting the smell of sage out before. We didn't want anyone disturbing the peace. Peace and love to all mankind, hey guys. Three of Cups reversed with the Three of Pentacles reversed. So, the Three of Cups when it's upright, that's one person too many. In a love reading, the Two of Cups is two people that, you know, they each feel the same for one another. They have a cup of love for one another. It's romantic. It's the start of a cycle. When there's another person added into the equation, that's one too many. So it can speak of third-party situations. And with it being reversed, that could have been exposed or ended. The Three of Pentacles. So we've got both numbers of community. Threes are about community, teamwork, cooperation. With the Three of Pentacles, it's everyone putting in time, money and energy. They're each putting in their pentacle to collaborate and work together. That's reversed. Okay? So someone feels like there was other people involved here. Now, other tarot readers would say, look, that could be other priorities. Like sometimes you have elderly relatives that need a lot of your time, or sometimes you have children, you know, they're dependents, they need your time. But I don't tend to lean towards that. When it's third party in my readings, there could have been someone else that is being brought into the equation, like maybe you've multi-dated and this person found out and was not happy about it. Or it could be that you're married and you brought, you know, someone in, like a girlfriend or a boyfriend, when you're already committed to someone. That's what a third party situation is, okay? So it's when someone's technically already committed to another and they bring in another person for whatever reason. So that could have been exposed or ended. Sometimes it's the person who's the other man, the other woman that ends it, you know, sometimes it's yourself. God is great. I don't denounce any religion. I wish people would offer me the same peace, though, the same respect. Respect is something that's missing in 2025. Let people be, let people follow whatever they choose to follow. You don't need to gate crash and call people this and that. Page of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, this withdrawal of investment, something was being cultivated here and it's been abandoned. Let's get a message from this person. So they're showing up as a queen. You're showing up as... Yeah, it just reads as like very single energies, like something was a non-starter. It stopped before it had even begun. If they're showing up as a queen, they could be someone that has children, or they could just be someone who is, you know, usually quite mature, or they could be a water sign. They could have like responsibilities, but they're being quite, well, they're just very hurt. The feelings are very hurt. They don't feel seen. They don't feel like they've been given the time that they should have, the attention that they should have. But I think you're over the drama and you just want like to maintain your stability, I think, in a very practical way now. Have my kids. Did you get this last time, or was this another sign? This came out in the last set of readings. I want to have a family with you. I know you to be an amazing parent, and I dream of the day I can experience raising a family together. Wow, they were really into you. No wonder they're so hurt. Depending on what point in your life you're in as well, you could already have children. You could have never had children, but as you get older, you do feel the like lack of time, you know, before that opportunity passes. So sometimes we can react, you know, more strongly than we would if we were maybe younger. Love always hurts though, whether you're 17 or 70. It's the best thing and the worst thing, right? Let's get another message from them. Why won't you give me space? I can't grow. That's very confusing. That's very confusing. Why, if they, like, it does match with that card because they're, like, ignoring you there. I wonder if they were the player. There doesn't have to have been a player. It could just be that they felt like you were too distracted. They could be jealous of, like, the bond that you got with your own children, if you have children. They're very full on, this person. What's this person like or love? I'd say it's love about Aries. I find your inner wisdom really attractive. So they don't see you as someone frivolous. They do see you as a serious person. You're Aries the Emperor, right? So you're very much a responsible person. They think you're wise. They like your depth. So they're not shallow. There's very, very deep feelings here. Like this person holds you in such high regard. Why didn't it work out then? I'm gonna have to dig because it's not clear. Oh my goodness, look, other lovers. Still involved with the past, cheating, secret affections. See that Three of Cups I told you in my readings? Other people were in the equation here. Someone continued to date or continue to have, you have like a go-to guy or a go-to girl for when things are a bit quiet and you're not on the dating scene. And it's just friends with benefits. Like they could be fooling around with someone like that still, even though you guys started dating, or they could feel like you were doing that to them. There's a third party involved somehow. Even if it's like not taking action, and actively being intimate with another person, but if it's flirting or if there's messages, found or something like this, it's difficult if it's someone in work, isn't it? Because you could say, look, there's nothing going on there now, but then if you two are around each other and or somewhere that you have to go regularly where there's an ex or something like that, and you've got no choice but to go there, and then they're like, oh yeah, so I've just got to trust that there's nothing going on. It could be anything, guys. Trash, throwing away, getting rid of, tossing out. They could be quite a jealous person because they do think a lot of you. They could have been quite dramatic and gone like, no, that's it, it's over then, because I don't trust you. Or I do sense high drama because you've got the Ten of Swords, so that this really hurt you as well. It's not like you're just fine. Netflix and chill, sneaking around, friends with benefits, spending time with someone else. Could be that, like with the multi-dating, like if you haven't made it exclusive, when you leave like the lines blurred like that, some people are really not happy with that. They want to know that you're only dealing with them. Or you've said, do you know what, I can tell that you're dealing with other people still, you're flirting, you've got people on rotation or whatever. Or you've got friends that I don't trust that it's just platonic with. And you're throwing the gauntlet down, then they're like, well, why won't you give me space? Or like, they're throwing the dummy out because they want things how they want them. They want to be able to act independently, and you're like, well, you're either in it or you're not. It's something, yeah. Someone wasn't committed here. That was broken mirror, so let's get the unspoken truth. Our connection is intense and it scares me. Yeah, there's heavy emotion involved. You were both really into each other, and somehow it's derailed here. Perhaps you hadn't had a dialogue about what you both want and where this is going, or going exclusive, and then jealousies come into it. What's the nature of this connection, please? Be present. You will attract love by enjoying your life as it is. Wherever you are, be all there. See, yeah, you could feel like your mind's on work, or your mind's on your kids, or your mind's on what plans you've got for your home, or building preparations, side hustles, hobbies. You could feel like you're pulled in all different directions, but It's very important when you spend time with someone that's special to you that you aren't looking at your phone or answering emails or taking phone calls. That's the fastest way to make someone feel unappreciated, unseen. Um, pay them compliments, appreciate their time. Their time's as important as yours. So I don't know if that was happening on both sides, um, or one side or the other, but there's a key here to being present and be good company. Don't just turn up, be good company. So whether that's you or them that needed to do that and not be so distracted or preoccupied. There's a need to be present, It's possible to be company and be shit company. It's like, when you go on a first date, you don't look at your phone, you put it away in your bag or, you put it in your jacket pocket and, put it on silent and you're on the edge of your seat and you can't stop staring at the other person. You feel so privileged that this person giving you their time and it's very much mutual. And then like, after a while of dating, it's different, isn't it? And it's really, really easy to take someone's time for granted. To make them feel like, they're part of the wallpaper. After a few years of being in a relationship, you can do that. I think that's a huge thing that happens at about 3 years in. People are just like sitting there on the phones or they're sitting there like, shush because, I'm watching this box set or whatever. And you sat there like, what the hell? You never used to be like this. They get confident, they get complacent. But this doesn't feel like something where you were really deep into it. It feels early, like early love. I think this person, why won't you give me space? Other lovers, Netflix and chill. I think they're immature, They like your inner wisdom. You're just trying to be practical and keep on top of like your responsibilities. You're an emperor. And this person's like running around doing Netflix and chill and they just want to like... They want like, carte blanche to do whatever they want. No. Retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world. Unless they want to Netflix and chill with you. They want to have your kids though. They want to have children with you. That's how I know. I feel like the Netflix and chill is like this person's tried to stay multi-dating or keep things messy for a while and they shouldn't have. Not if they see you as someone that would have their children. My hair feels so soft and nice. I can't stop touching it, It's this like Aussie hair mask that I got. Well, nice. I need to cut my hair today. Let's get you some more advice. Breathe. Your advice is to breathe. The calmer you are, the more time slows down. And the easier it is to get everything done. You could be feeling really anxious at the moment. It's this build up to Christmas, but I know that I'm very, very good at being fearful and anxious, and you can waste several hours in that mode. You can waste a whole night tossing and turning, rigid, tense, But that's why I like doing the channel, you know, because if I don't, I carry my stress from the week into the weekend, and then I go back and it's like I've not really had a chance to fully rest my body, rest my mind, clear my head. I find that doing the channel disciplines my brain because I have to think about other stuff. I have to talk about other stuff. But it was really nice to have a big blowout. We had the studio Christmas party where I make pottery, and I got really, really drunk, got dressed up, and you know, my friend stayed over and she stayed for a good few hours the next day, and I feel so chilled, like, and that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't have done that. So socializing is important as well, but I've not packed my weekend fully up. You know, I need some stuff going on, but I need little gaps, little breathers, little periods of respite as well. So do what you need to do to slow time down, okay? Because if you're just living in the future, you're just wishing time away, you know? And it goes faster and faster the older you get. So your advice is to breathe, slow down, okay? You can get more done than what you think. You can take time to rest. You don't have to be grafting like constantly. And life will become a graft if you're always, you know, thinking about what's stressful to you. We're not supposed to be in a fight or flight state all of the time. That's supposed to be very occasional. When something's very important and it threatens our security, we go into fight or flight state, but we can end up in that mood all of the time or for hours on end, and we're not supposed to be like that. Being true, I am true to myself and others. I remove my mask and stop creating illusions. I have confidence in who I am, and I reveal the good in me. I do not need to hide or prove anything. I replace shame with the power of love and truth. Okay, so you could have felt like you need to put on this mask where you're just unmoved by stuff, and actually you've got all this hurt, or put on this mask where you're really confident, you know, you're the emperor and you've got full confidence that everything's going to be fine. Actually, you're spending a lot of your time stressed and worried, but that isolates you, and you know, people won't find that realistic. They'd probably be relieved for you to say, oh, I'm really worried about X, Y, or Z. You know, just be honest, be clear, be transparent, let people be there for you, let yourself release those worries, and then, you know, reset yourself, because you can't really, if you run away from how you're feeling, you can't really express it out and get rid of it, expel it out of your body. You know, you hold it latent there, manifesting. So right, let's get a couple of more cards. I don't think you're into this person, you know. I think they're fucking you around and you've got better things to be getting on with. You need someone who's not going to waste your time, someone with a smaller ego than this. I can't pick the cards up, that's crazy. What a ridiculous problem to be having. There we go. Advice for Aries, please. The Eternal Star. You are an eternal star. Your light will always guide you to your highest truth, okay? You can trust yourself. You've got that internal knowing, that gut instinct, you know? Your connection to the divine, your faith that everything's going to work out. You could have temporarily, you know, felt a disconnection, because when you have a lot of fear, that's because you've got a doubt that everything's going to work out. So we have to allay those doubts. We have to get rid of them, and we have to regain our faith and our trust in the divine plan. You know, there's loads of time to get things achieved that we want to achieve. There's things going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of. As long as you're clear on what you want, you ask for it out loud, the universe will deliver, okay? They will find a way over time to move certain things and shift certain realities so that, as well as your hard work and intention, that physical reality can come into effect. Meditation is a way that you can clear your energy and get back to, feeling like full of faith, full of confidence. Heart of the cosmos. Connect with the cosmos's heart to experience profound wisdom and love. Heart, universe, core. I love that artwork. I'm going to show you this chakra awakening card, okay? So your connection, you've got your third eye, which follows your intuition, but also your connection to spirit with the crown chakra. So to awaken these chakras and get these cogs turning, they all rely, one relies on the next relies on the next. They're like cogs that shift each other. And it starts off, it's actually this way, it presents this way in your body from your root chakra in the base of your spine to the sacral chakra between your hips and your pelvic area. You've got your solar plexus, which is around where your belly button is or a little bit higher. That's to do with your confidence, your assertiveness. Okay, so when you've got finances and practical things under control, you have like good libido. You feel like you want to reproduce and fill up a nest because you've got a nest to put eggs in. Okay, so one leads on to the next. When you achieve that, you become a fierce parent, you become confident, you become someone who's having success. You have young to take care of, you become fiercely confident, assertive, a leader. This, confidence and this level of success and having love from your family that you've created allows you to be someone that forgives easily and has a positive heart chakra. In this way, you're able to express yourself because you're full of healing, you're full of wisdom, okay? You trust your decisions, you trust in the divine plan. And so one thing leads on to the next, leads on to the next, leads on to the next. But yeah, these are the things that you can do to wake up the third eye chakra. So you can put your hands in front of the lower part of your breast. Middle fingers are touching at the tip. The other fingers are bent. And you can say, Sham. Okay. And then for your crown chakra, that's to be able to trust your gut instincts. For your crown chakra and to trust in the universe and the universe's divine plan, you can put your hands in front of your stomach with your fingers interlaced. Your little fingers will point upwards, okay? And they will be like fully touching from tip to base. And you say, Okay, they're things that you can do to help awaken the chakras. But this book is amazing. I'm always talking about it. This book tells you about the 7 chakras and the angels that are connected to them. So you can ask your angels. You have a whole spirit team. And the back part of the book, it's a couple of pages for each chakra. The angels that are connected to them. So if you want to heal your relationship with spirit, that's the crown chakra, the one that's violet. It's above the crown of your head. Archangel Uriel is the one to ask for help with that, okay? He guides others with his lantern light. Look, you've got the hermit. He guides others with his lantern light. filled with light down the higher path by dropping helpful insight, ideas and wisdom into your crown chakra. So, you know, this is what I'm talking about when you get back to trusting your judgment on things and working your way through problems, but also believing that you are a speck in the universe, you know. There's much bigger things going on, so you don't have to feel like it's all down to you. It's all happening around you and for you. It's already written, okay? So you should feel like you're in good hands, you're in good company, and everything's not on a knife edge, you know, and it's not all down to you doing something actively to change things, or it's not all down to a right and a wrong choice. It's okay. Okay, it's all in hand, so that should get rid of any like anxiety that you've got. But this book largely is about, it's Kevin Hunter. He talks about the 4 clear senses. We've all got at least 2 out of the 4 clear senses. And yeah, he explains how he discovered his psychic abilities and how you might experience these things yourselves, experiences you may have had that you've just put it down to being one of those things. And then he introduces you to the hierarchy of the spirit team and how that's structured. And I actually had a sort of awakening after, it's probably like a day or so after reading this book. I read it in 3 days on the beach. It's very light reading. But my third eye opened. I was like lying in bed and my eyes like closed because I was just drifting off, ready to go to sleep. And all these purple colours were happening, like where your third eye is on your forehead, just between your eyes, like just higher than the bridge of your nose. My eyes were closed, but I wasn't asleep yet, and it was just really enjoyable. And you know, just because you can't explain something doesn't mean it didn't happen. Or, you know, we all have faith, we all have religions that we trust and we follow and we believe in, and most of that is intangible, you can't touch it, but we believe in it. So yeah, it's the same thing with tarot, it's the same thing with the chakras, it's the same thing with any kind of spirituality or religion. Just because you can't fully explain all of it doesn't mean we should disregard it and throw it away, because science is just what we have as ideas, what we think to be true, you know? The more you engage with something, the more you educate yourself on it and read about it, the more you'll understand and your mind will broaden, you'll open up to it, and you'll identify those experiences in everyday life like more readily. Things will make more sense, you know. I'm gonna get you a timing for new love in case, you know, you just want shot of this person, if you've had enough of them, and then I'll get you a Yule celebration card. When will Aries meet someone new, please? Springtime, okay, so around your birthday, you're going to meet someone new, if that's what you wish. If you do want this person, they want you, they want to have your kids, but I don't know if you can trust them, in all honesty. They'd have to grow up, they'd have to mature. Winter walk. Take a walk through the winter landscape. The crisp air and quiet beauty will revitalise your spirit and clear your mind. Okay, that's pretty, I like that. Stay calm, enjoy this winter, okay? It's all about your well-being. There is time to get everything done. And if you want it, there's new love just around the corner in spring, okay? 2026. Take care, Aries. I hope you liked this reading. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, hype the channel. If you wish to donate, there's a link in the channel description. If you want to stand out in the live, you can do a super chat. It's up to you, okay? But any way that you can share the videos, repost them, give me that click. It'll help get me into the algorithm, okay? I will split these lives up and post them again through the week in case people miss it, but I would love to be doing this full time. I started the channel in lockdown because, well, no, I discovered tarot in lockdown, and a couple of years later I started the channel. I had to learn tarot by watching tarot, and it helped me so much. You know, I had every aspect of my life changed during lockdown. I think that happened to more people than just me, but it's a place where you can say what's actually going on with you, you know, and not just post like the best case scenario or post when things are great, because we know that doesn't help people's mental health. It's fine to celebrate, but we need places where we can go and say, do you know what, this has happened or that's happened, or I'm really feeling heartache, I'm really, you know, can't trust the person that I thought they're not what I thought they were going to be, I'm so disappointed. You know, it's nice to be able to like just say how it actually is, and meet other people who are going through the same stuff as you. Because sometimes you can talk to your friends and it's like they can try to be there for you, but it's nice to meet people who are going through the same thing at the same time. And so weirdly, according to the zodiac, you know, if you come on and you watch, like, if you're Taurus and you watch other Taurus readings, or you're Aries and you watch other Aries readings, you know, people seem to be going through similar stuff according to the zodiac sign. That's bizarre. Okay, so we're going to go on to Taurus next. If you do want a private reading, the £18 you can email me. It's in the channel description, jen3585@gmail.com. Or you can direct message on TikTok and Instagram. It'll be a pre-recorded YouTube video with a link so you can watch it. And you can watch it at your own leisure as many times as you want to. On the telly or on your phone or your iPad. I've got lots of testimonials on my community page. I have lots of clients now. And 100% success rate, so... Memberships will start in March time when I get my tax number back from the US. It's going to take longer than what I thought. Would like to have started the memberships this side of Christmas, but it's going to be the new year. If we're going to be law-abiding citizens, it's going to be next year. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Taurus's highest good. How is Taurus feeling in this third week of December 2025 with regards to one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in the future? 3 cards how Taurus is feeling first of all, please. We've got the Fool, okay? So Taurus, you're ready to go all in, okay? You're ready for a new chapter with a new person. You want romance. You want that traditional love. Whether you're male or female, that's what you're looking for. Someone where you don't have to have mess, you don't have to have doubt. You can just both hold hands and take that leap together. A leap of faith. Hi, I don't take personal questions and lives. I do collective readings. So you can watch your sign or the sign of your person to get these questions answered. King of Pentacles upright. Taurus, you are on top of things, okay? You've got money coming in. You're taking care of business. That's okay. You're taking care of business. You are spending time beautifying your surroundings, making a beautiful home, you know, getting nice things to wear, treating yourself. But you're also like considering others and what you can buy for them. Your love language is to gift. Okay, that's how you show your love for others and your appreciation of them and show them that they mean something to you. You like to get them nice things. So money is good. That's no surprise being an earth sign. You got your feet firmly on the ground, but you're also ready to take a leap of faith for romance. The bills are paid. The moon reversed and the high priestess reversed. Hi! Yay, we've got a mod. Is it Sharon? The high priestess, when it's upright, is Pisces energy. The moon, when it's upright, is Pisces energy. See, this is all about intuition, okay? Faith in the divine plan. We've just started Taurus, literally just now. In the story of the Major Arcana, the Fool realises that he must walk forwards anyway. Even when we're afraid, even when everything is not illuminated or very clear to us, we must walk forwards anyway. When the moon card is reversed, we're overcome with fear, okay? When the high priestess is reversed, we're overcome with fear. We don't trust our own judgment. We don't trust our own instincts. So you could be having a crisis of confidence, a crisis of faith in how to choose a love for yourself. Money's good. Money is solid. You're feeling romantic, but you wouldn't know who to pick right now, Taurus. And you like security, you like to know where you stand. So if anyone wants to date a Taurus, you've got to be very predictable, you know, be traditional, court them, say, I would love to date you, I would love to take you out, let me arrange, you know, like a date for you, make it romantic. That Taurus will be yours for life. They will be loyal, they will work, they will bring the money home, they will make a beautiful home. They will be a fantastic parent, they'll be a fantastic lover. There will be a deep soul connection. It's a sign worth investing in. If you try to mess a Taurus about, if you try to do something alternative or non-traditional, you'll freak them out and you'll lose them. Even because they love you, they'll try to work with it, but you could hurt them so terribly. And if you do that to a Taurus, like, shame on you. Because this is a sign that just wants that traditional courtship, but they will be yours. Let's get 3 for the one that's showing up for you. The 5 of Cups. Someone's got grief, sadness, loss, regret. When it comes to you, it's a card of grieving. They're very emotional, very depressed, very sad, very down. The 7 of Cups, this person's at a crossroads. They know that they need to figure out what the next chapter of their life is going to be. In those cups are different possibilities, and it's like an artist stood in front of a blank canvas, you know? where am I going to take this? Where do I go? What do I want for myself going forwards? So this person's in deep contemplation, you know, because they don't feel good about what happened. The Four of Swords, it's exhausting them. This person's emotionally drained. They could be physically drained because of that fight or flight state that they've been in. They're very nervous. They may not be sleeping well. You know, this person is exhausted. Look at the way that person's slumped. It's like a person that's been out at battle and, you know, waving those heavy like weapons around, trying to hold up a heavy shield for hours on end. You know, adrenaline high, and then you have this adrenaline slump, and it's like, I am so battle fatigued. It's unreal. And all I can do is lie down and like try to recover. So this person is really going through it, whoever this is. And I think it's because they lost you. The Queen of Wands reversed. Okay, so the Queen of Wands, when it's upright, is someone who's confident, assertive, solar plexus activated. They're a go-getter, fire energy. The ones, their goals, their achievements, their action being taken to make shit happen. Okay, so this is like someone very fearless, someone who's ready for anything, someone who creates ambitions and then they take action to achieve what they want. When it's reversed, you know, it's passive energy, it's insecurity, a failure to go for what you want, you know, shrinking violet vibes. It could be a lack of libido as well. Knight of Cups upright, someone's going to profess their love. The Knight of Cups, knights are in active pursuit. They go towards what they want, the person that they want. There's only one person for them. They're carrying that cup of love and they're going to offer it to that one person that they wish to be aware of how they feel. You know, it's Romeo and Juliet vibes. It's like, I only want you. It's not about I fancy you, and it's not about I want to invest in you. It's my heart belongs to you and only you. Okay, so it's a very emotional, watery card. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Someone's going to communicate. So if it's not you, it's them. They want you to know how they feel about you, Taurus. The Four of Pentacles is the miser. The Three of Cups is a third-party situation. Three is a number of community, a number of celebration, socializing, coming together. Someone feels very possessive. I don't know if there's another person involved somehow, because the Two of Cups is two people that have met and dated and fallen in love, or recently met and fallen for one another, and it's mutual. When you add another person into the mix, that's one too many. There's another person involved here. The miser is someone that is being mean with time, money, or energy. It can also be a card of being possessive. It's someone who wants to conserve and protect what they have. So that could relate to you. It could be a reason why there's been divided loyalties or divided time divided attention, divided energy being put into this. But they're going to tell you how they feel. So that's in the outcome for the 3rd week of December, the week ahead. Let's get a message from this person. Will you listen? There's so many things I want to say to you, but will you hear me all the way out? Will you believe me? So they don't think you'll believe them when they try to communicate how much you mean to them. Let's get another message from them. I have a lot of sexual thoughts about you, okay? So there's a lot of emotion and a lot of passion. Let me get the other card because another one fell on the floor. I'm going to get help. I know I need to. What we haven't got from this person is we haven't got an offer of pentacles. We haven't got an offer of something practical. And you are a practical sign. You're a down-to-earth sign. You want to know that you're stepping onto a platform that isn't going to, you know, disintegrate beneath you. You don't want to build a house on sand. This person has, you know, you have their heart. You have their private parts. Well, you don't have their wallet yet. You don't have their purse yet. You don't have their full commitment. So it's got to be something that's still in its infancy. If you got their heart, there is all the intention, but we don't have that practical backup, that plan of how we're going to make a future together. So you have their heart, Taurus, okay? What's this person like or love about Taurus, please? Well, we know that they love you. They think very highly of you. I like sleeping next to you. Okay, so they love your loyalty. They love how calm you are to be around. They trust you. They feel safe with you. What's the nature of this connection between Taurus and the one that's showing up for them? Difficulties, jealousies from others may serve as obstacles to the success of this connection. Now, that's really interesting, isn't it? Because we had this 3rd party card. So there's someone hanging on to this person and keeping a very close eye on them, keeping very close tabs on how they spend money, how they spend their time, who they give their attention to. They're being watched. They're very tempted to come towards you, but it's not only sexual, it's a deep connection. Interesting. Someone's keeping close tabs on them, though. Who could that be? The nature of your connection with this person, it says this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek, okay? So there is deep love here, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and they're worth exploring. Okay, so it's very much mutual. If you have romantic feelings for this person, it's mutual. If you have very deep feelings for this person, it's mutual. If you feel like you only want it to be them, it's the same for them, but there's someone keeping very close tabs on them, like an ex or someone that they've been involved with on some sort of romantic or sexual level. They're not free to make the moves that they want to, okay? What's been the difficulties here? Like this jealousy, where's this coming from? From this other person, this third person. Two-faced, playing with your emotions is insincere, not who you think, complicated, lots of twists and turns, knotty situation, precarious. Exit plan. Someone wants out, but they aren't making a move yet. Be prepared for sudden changes. See, this could have been a third-party situation all the way through. This person could have spoken in a way that, kept the other person at bay, kept you at bay. They've tried to play it a kind of way, like a chess game. They had an exit plan, okay, and they're trying to leave, but it's very difficult for this person to get away from the other one that they were dealing with. It's not straightforward, but their heart belongs to you. They've possibly not made it easy for themselves, the way that they've dealt with it. Hater. Oh, yeah, they've got like a bitter ex holding on to them, watching them, trying to get information about where they're going, who they're talking to, what they're doing, how they're spending their money. They could be getting followed. They could be getting followed. Stranger things have been done. They could be worried about things being seen on their phone, children being asked to give information, other relatives being asked to give information, social media being checked, diaries being checked, anything like that. This person does not feel free to move. Determined. Persistent, still holding on, flowers and gifts. So someone could be emotionally blackmailing them as well and saying, look, here's our memories from the past. Oh, remember when we did this together? Remember that time? They could be getting friends to talk to this person. Someone doesn't want this person to leave them behind in the past. And they're not just feeling like that. They're taking a lot of action to try and persuade this person not to go. Let me just plug my charger in. It's very difficult as well, where there's couples involved who are mutual friends. They often feed each other information, and you might confide in one person who's part of a couple, and then that night they have pillow talk and they say, you'll never guess what, and it gets shared with the other person. They tell out of loyalty. They're like, well, I need to tell so and so, so information gets back in a multitude of ways. Even if you're really careful and you try to be discreet, if you open up to one person, it only takes them sharing it with another and another person to go, well, that's not right, I'm going to tell so-and-so, you know? So this person is grabbing onto their coattails, like, you're not going anywhere, and like, don't you feel bad? And like, they're trying to create situations where memories or possessions or photos are, you know, shown to this person, trying to keep them feeling emotional about the past. They're trying to guilt them into staying. Well, this person's had an exit plan for a long time. It's not come out of nowhere. Losing you taught me love isn't about possession. Okay, so this person's regretful about how they've gone about things. They kept you on the hook for a long time, Taurus, when they weren't really free to be dating you or trying to spend time with you. But they've got themselves tangled now. Do you ever think of me too? Don't let fear be your driver. They're spending a lot of time thinking about you and wondering, you probably think they're not, but they are. They hope you're thinking of them and missing them as well. Well, in the outcome, they're gonna tell you like how much you mean to them. Let's get you some advice. Yeah, it does say this could be the one. There's potential for this to go far because of how much you mean to this person, okay? So there must have been deep and involved conversations. There must have been heart-to-hearts, a meeting of minds, a meeting of souls. Calm. A breakdown is often followed by a breakthrough, so remain calm. Ooh. Well, that's quite hopeful. I keep doing that today. Ooh. I don't know why. Peace. I am unwavering in the face of fear. I come to my senses and embrace challenge. I am determined to think with gentleness and calm. You've got fear and calm twice here. Have you seen that from different oracle decks? Remain calm. Don't let fear be your driver. And then you've got, in the face of fear, be unwavering. Embrace the challenges. I find inner silence and become a manifestation of peace. So although everything's tossing and turning around you, you can be the anchor for yourself, you know? It's important to do that because there's going to be drama. There's going to be someone trying to create obstacles, blocks, delays. They're doing their damnedest to stop this from going forwards between you and their ex-person, but the ex-person doesn't want any of that. They want you. Their heart belongs to you, you know? The Stargate. A new opportunity is opening for you. Walk fearlessly into the future. It appears that there's going to be significant change here. Maybe not in a practical sense, but a sharing of the heart, you know, a sharing of truths, the true depth of my emotions for you, Taurus. Oh, that's beautiful. I've not seen that one before. Spiritual purification. Purify your spirit to clear inner impurities and achieve clarity. Purification, clarity, cleansing. Yeah, so remove any doubts, fears, negative thoughts. You know, this is potentially the one, and an opportunity in love is presenting itself. Walk through the gates. The obstacles here are due to a jealous ex, a hater, someone that's going to try to trip this up any way that they can. So when is Taurus going to hear from the one that they want to hear from? When is this profession of love going to come? We've got around July next year, within 3 months. Stop focusing on time frames. So it's likely to be next year, between spring and summer. This person going to be like, you know what, it's 2026. There's been a few more months past. I'm not wasting any more time, you know, being away from my Taurus. Oh, there was another one that says full time. So it's going to be different for all of you, depending on when this person, you know, if it was an individual reading, it would be just one card, but because it's for a lot of you. But it could be soon. It could be. It does look like it's likely to be next year. They're going to go, do you know what, 2026, I'm not holding back anymore. I'm not delaying, you know, I'm not letting this ex, like, pull me back. I don't want to be without my Taurus. The point is, they don't stand a chance when it comes to holding on to them and stopping them and changing their mind. This person's mind won't be changed. This person's mind won't be changed, okay? Let's get a Yuletide celebration. Winter grains. Be thankful for the winter grains. They are the sustenance of the season, a gift of nature to nourish and sustain you. Okay, so stay grateful, eat clean, eat whole foods, nourish yourself. This is the season where we get run down, we're exposed to extreme temperatures, the hysteria and the build up to, you know, festive period. It gets hectic, there's a load of change, there's a load of illness, loads of deadlines, lots of pressure, and you just need to, like, eat clean, take care of yourself, be grateful for all the food that you get, because we do have a lot of waste and a lot of, you know, we expect everything to be rich foods and celebratory foods, but we should be grateful even for, you know, bread and, like, staple foods. Pine oil. Purify and renew your space. Breathe deeply. I've got some pine fragrance, you know. I'll get that out. Purify and renew your space. Breathe deeply, letting the fresh scent of pine clear your spirit and uplift your spirit. Hot beverage. Sip a warm drink by the fire. Let the heat warm your body and the moment bring comfort to your soul. I've got hot chocolate and I've got mulled wine, so we're going to do all that. You know, take stock, slow down, be grateful, stay calm, eat well, eat whole foods, yeah, nutritious things, things with lots of fluids, stay wrapped up. Okay, so that is your reading, Taurus. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, hype the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. If you wish to donate, there's a link in the channel description. If you want to be highlighted in the chat, you can do a super chat. If you know a Taurus, share the video with that Taurus. It may resonate, or if they're dealing with a Taurus. Personal readings are £18. My Gmail is jen3585@gmail.com if you wish to arrange a private reading. You can also direct message on TikTok and Instagram. Memberships will start in March time, because I've got to wait for my tax number to be created by the US to get paid by Google, so that's like a bit of a delay. It's going to be 9 weeks till that comes back because I'm not in the US. So yeah, a bit later than I was hoping, but it's fine. It's happening. We've got past that hurdle, that tax hurdle, so yeah, went down to London this week to sort all that out, so 2026 is going to be like a very important year for me. I've got lots of goals. The main one is that really getting the memberships on the go, and I would love, absolutely love, to leave teaching and do this full time. So any support that you can show the channel is greatly appreciated, whether that's a like, a share, a subscribe, a donation, anything. A nice comment to encourage me. It's been very tough doing both things at the same time, but it's necessary. I wouldn't be able to survive if I didn't do the teaching as well. Tell you what, I had a horrible day on Thursday in school. Like, I can't believe how rude like teenagers are. And then it was parents' evening. It's just like in busy periods, it gets busier. The pressure isn't relieved. It gets worse. It builds up to like a crescendo, doesn't it? In the build up to Christmas. I've had a good blowout this weekend now. It was needed. There's my nail scissors. Been looking for them for ages. In between my cards. Right, Gemini. Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Gemini's highest good. How is Gemini feeling in this third week of December 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Gemini's feeling, first of all, please. The Queen of Swords reversed with the 7 of Wands reversed. Now, when the Queen of Swords is upright, that can be a divorce card, the Queen of Swords, but it's air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, heavy Aquarian energy. Now, swords are knowledge, facts, communication. It's about wanting the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. You know, serving the community, justice, strategy, intelligence. When it's reversed, you know, air signs are fantastic writers, orators, speakers. So when it's reversed, you know, communication, when it's wielded in the wrong way, it's very cutting. You can say the wrong thing. You can deliberately be unpleasant in the things that you say. You can block communication. The 7 of Wands, when it's upright, is someone who is very determined. It's fire energy. It's about competition. You know, he's reaching the top of a mountain and he's determined to win. So it'd be like if it was a work reading, you know, trying to strive for promotion or recognition somehow, success. There's a very competitive vibe with these both being reversed. Hi, Vincent Ortega. Or Vicente. Sorry. Vicente. You could be determined to sever contact with someone or have the last say on something or get your needs met, you know, certain things that you require, certain stipulations, certain legal things or boundaries being drawn. And you may have to be unpleasant about it. You're drawing a line in the sand, I would say. Are you a Virgo, are you? My mum's a Virgo. Very witty, intelligent, a perfectionist, very earth mother. At one with nature. Queen of Pentacles reversed. So the money is going out of the pocket. I don't know if you're seeking legal advice at the moment or you've got a lot of responsibilities because you're showing up as a Queen of Swords and a Queen of Pentacles, okay? So you could have children, you could be a homeowner, you could have a high-powered job, any and all of those things. You're showing up in your feminine energy, but it's like... So I think someone could be draining you financially and you're trying to get what's owed, what's yours. The 6 of Wands reversed with the Moon reversed. There's a fear of not being seen here. The 6 of Wands is victory, success, recognition, being celebrated for your achievements. Yeah, parading through the town with your laurel wreath after graduation and everyone cheering and clapping. In a love reading, you know, your partner paying you compliments, paying you attention, giving you their time, their energy. This is when we feel unseen, yeah? We feel a lack of success or a lack of recognition. The Moon card, when it's upright, is the Major for Pisces. In the story of the Major Arcana, the Fool realises that he must walk forward anyway, even when something's scary, even when things are not illuminated. We must, tread carefully, but we must tread, we must go. When that's reversed, fear has got the better of us. Okay, so it could be causing stagnancy, it could be causing a feeling of like, I can't get this done. A feeling of fear, overwhelm. Let's see who's showing up in your reading. Let's get 3 cards for them. Where are you watching from, Vicente? Two of Swords reversed. Okay, so the Two of Swords upright is closed off body language. She's blindfolded. I love this card. It's so pretty. She's blindfolded. She's got closed body language. The arms are crossed over. This is someone that's unwilling to make a move. When it's reversed, we could be coming free from that mentality, recovering from that stubbornness, that I don't want to deal with this, that denial. Is what we would call a positive reversal. The Six of Swords upright, okay, so this is closure. The Six of Swords upright is people getting into a boat, okay, and they haven't got really time to pack all their belongings or all their baggage. They just get in the boat and they go for safety. They go for new pastures. Yeah, so it's leaving the past behind. It's closure. If it were reversed, it'd be unfinished business, but it's upright, so we've got closure. Oh, it's not Sharon, it's Sarah. My mod's called Sarah. Sarah, I wish you had your name in your email address. I knew it began with S. Sorry, it's because I've got a friend who's called Sharon. Temperance reversed. So, the Temperance, when it's upright, is the Major Arcana for Sagittarius. It's when you're trying to get the balance. 2 cups of water are being poured back and forth, trying to get just the right balance, just the right emotion. Water represents emotions in tarot. For the archer, for the Sagittarian to shoot and fire and aim and go for what they want, they have to be on steady ground. So they can't be feeling all out of breath and emotional and erratic. They have to be calm. So this is when we temper ourselves, we calm ourselves, we steady ourselves. I can't remember if that was reversed or not. So there could be, this could be really emotional for this person to close out this past chapter, this past phase. Let's get 3 for the outcome. Sarah, if you're still here, I'm so sorry for getting your name wrong. The Emperor. So the Emperor, when it's upright, is the Major Arcana for Aries. This is someone who has all 4 kings. They're in control of the empire. Okay? They have pages waiting on them. They have knights that they can send. They have kings and queens that follow their orders. This is someone very high value. They have everything, of all 4 kings. Intelligence, confidence, strategy, patience, understanding, savings, income, assets. This is someone very established. When it's reversed though, someone's feeling a lack of confidence, a lack of leadership. They don't feel like an emperor even if they are one. It's Aries energy, fire energy, but it's like when the fire's put out, you know. The Fool, upright, Aries energy again. So the Fool is when we are ready to take a leap of faith into a new chapter. So we definitely got closure. This is the vibe of this reading. The Five of Cups, grief, sadness, loss, regret. Okay, so usually what we get when we first lose someone, whether it's through love or life, we're in shock, we're in denial, and then we have the funeral and the wake, and we realise, no, this is real now, this has happened. And that's when you get really sad and really down and you really feel the loss, you know. So I think this is definitely a sense of closure between you and a past person. And this is what you've been looking for a while, Gemini. It could be that you're finalising a divorce or separation, or you're agreeing not to contact each other anymore. You know, it's drawing the line in the sand. You may have to say it in a very blunt way. Yeah, it's done and it's never coming back. Sometimes you've got to be cruel to be kind, or you've just got to take care of your own, you know, sanity if someone's hanging on. It's for their own good. They need to know that your heart doesn't belong to them anymore. So a message from them. Unclear. I don't know how I feel about this connection anymore. Well, unclear, but also irrelevant because it's done, you know? I think they had kept like a very romantic idea of how things might go, and that might be a reunion and there might be reconciliation, you know, but I think they're realising that's not going to happen now. I'm going through an awakening. Yeah, this person's not in denial anymore. They're realising this is done. The moment went a long time ago. What did this person like or love about Gemini? I wrote you a letter on paper, but I'm too afraid to show it to you. Yeah, please don't. What was the nature of this connection, please? Between Gemini and the one that's showing up as their ex, the one that wouldn't let go. Magnetic connection, there's a very strong pull and intensity that draws you to this person. So it's been difficult for you to stay away and, you know, and have boundaries, clear boundaries with this person. Oh my God, that's so weird that I was talking about that. You need to teach people how to treat you by being clear on what you will or won't allow. You could have been too nice, too subtle in the way you were wording things, considering their feelings too much. Or, you know, you could have, like, I don't know. Yeah, I think you've had to be, like, more blunt, and it's kind of done what it needed to do. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life, Gemini. This person was not taking no for an answer. Why didn't it work out then with this person? Why aren't they letting go? Or why weren't they letting go until now? Open hearts and vulnerability, we talk and reveal, forging deeper connections through honesty. There could have been a lack of openness when it comes to talking about emotions and feelings. Silent remnants. Amid the uncertainty, love has the power to rebuild trust. And in the challenge position, whirlwind, don't get caught up in the drama, choose peace. Chaotic clarity. Amidst confusion and intense crisis, seek the light of understanding and resolve. It could have been like, you know, that there was drama, that there was arguments, and it's saying don't get caught up in that. Even if some of it's like, you know, sexual drama or, you know, magnetic attraction. You don't want this drama. You don't need it. Crumbling. What you've built feels like it's falling apart. It's okay. You have the strength to build anew. Alone. You feel like you are in this situation all by yourself, but it won't be like this forever. There could be someone who's quite codependent, so they enjoy kind of fantasizing about reconciliation just because it means they won't be alone. Police. Destroyed. Shattered, broken, completely ruined. Yeah, there could be someone that like throws a fit, has a tantrum, destroys property, you know, makes a big fuss and a big scene. Throws stuff at you. You know, just creates, like, draws attention, attracts drama by shouting. Soul contract, soulmates, partnership, spiritual union. So there could have been like strong feelings, but it's gone toxic. The truth isn't always black and white. Could have been a bit of both of you. Time healed me, but it doesn't erase you. They're really struggling to get past you. Okay, so let's get your advice and then we'll get you a timing for new love. Advice for Gemini, please. You've got abundance. Being a thoughtful steward for the money you already have is the secret to creating more abundance. When you trust yourself to handle more, that's when more shows up. Ooh, I don't know if you've given money to this person. Maybe you've been a bit of a soft touch and you've paid some bills for them or helped them out, and that's why they're hanging on. You're not allowed to have more money, more income, more abundance until you sever this person's ties to you, because I do feel like you're vulnerable to being taken advantage of again, if you have done in the past, or with new people that come into your life. They're going to try to get money from you, so don't be a soft touch. Don't let anyone take advantage of you. That's not love. That's not caring about someone. That's being parasitic. Yeah, so people are able to write poetry and still be narcissistic and tell you that you're selfish because you won't give them another £200. It's weird. It's very difficult to put the two personalities together, because you think, how can you be so kind to wash my hair for me and then tell me I'm selfish because I won't give you another £200 because you got angry and smashed your phone? Like, why is it me paying for your crap that you're doing? Do you know what I mean? And then in other ways they can be like so romantic, so caring, but it's all manipulation, you know. Be careful with this person. You know, don't let anyone treat you like a soft touch or try to get money from you under the guise of you know, that they love you and you're supposed to take care of them or look after them. No, they should be paying you money. Okay, that I'm talking about money because it feels a bit karmic, this. You're definitely being over generous with this person and giving them too much money, too many chances. Don't go soft on them. Mojo's here. Inner beauty, I open the eyes of my heart and direct my gaze to the lighting. Personality and physical appearance are in the image of man. Beauty and goodness are in the image of God. That is very true. There's a lot of very unbeautiful people that think they're beautiful. Listen to life. I am attentive to the world around me. Signs and symbols guide me to success. I listen and discover the way to the eternal. In our last Gemini reading, it was all about new love, and I was so happy and I was so excited. And then it's like back to the ex on this one. But it's just saying like they're finally agreeing to like leave you alone, basically. The moon's whisper, listen to the quiet guidance within. The answers you seek are already with you. So you trust your gut. You already know. You know what you know, okay? You don't need anything else. The pain and praying. Self-empowerment. Empower yourself to ignite inner confidence and achieve your goals. Empowerment, confidence, and strength. Let's get a Yule celebration. Pine oil, purify and renew your space. Breathe deeply, letting the fresh scent of pine clear your mind and uplift your spirit. Right, when is Gemini getting some new love? Sooner than you expect. Okay, I'll take that. I'm telling you now, though, if you want to look at the last Gemini reading, it was all about new love and I was made up. So I recommend that reading. I might link it below when I post this one. That's your reading, Gemini. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel. If you wish to donate, there's a link in the channel description. If you want to be highlighted in the chat, you can do a super chat. I will be doing memberships around March time because I've got to wait for my US tax number to come back from the States, and it takes like 9 weeks, so it's going to be 2026 for memberships, but it's happening. We lay in wait. 2026 is going to be a good year. If you're wondering what deck it is, it's the Stained Glass Tarot deck. Me and Mojo love this one. Very beautiful. I will be going on to Cancer shortly. But private readings are £18. You can book with me by direct message on TikTok, Instagram, or look for my email address in the channel description on here. It's jen3585@gmail.com. Testimonials on my community page. I have 100% success rate, okay? Every person that's paid for reading has been thrilled with it, so... If you feel like treating yourself, go for it. Hoping to do this full-time at the moment. I'm a full-time high school teacher, so any way that you can support the channel is much appreciated, whether it's a helpful comment, something nice to encourage me, because I read all that on my way home from work. And I'm a very tired teacher. Had a shit week last week. Rude teenagers, oh my god. Very rude teenagers. I've had a big blowout with the Christmas studio party this weekend though, so that really helped me to chill out because my body was just in crisis mood. Trying to get over the hangover. So I'm on detox today. I doubt I'll have a drink today. Orange swirl or chocolate mint. What for? Rocky Road, plain chocolate or vanilla. What's this for? Hot chocolate flavours. Right, on to Cancer. Cancer the crab. Are we going into ice cream, are we? Mint choc chip. When I was in Italy, I loved zuppa inglese, which is English trifle, as in Christmas trifle. Ice cream. I have no idea why they had that in in Italy. But yeah, I was impressed by that because we don't even have that in the UK. What was my other one? I had 3 favourites. Mint choc chip, zuppa inglese, and I think Morello cherry. Oh, I do love a coconut ice cream. I do love a coconut ice cream. Sherbet and orange swirl. I should, like, I don't know why. In my mind, maybe I think it's too healthy. But whenever someone gives me strawberry ice cream, I really enjoy it. So I should just get, like, fruity ice creams, but I never do. Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Cancer's highest good. How is Cancer feeling in this third week of December 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Cancer's feeling, first of all, please. Cancer, you've got the 10 of Pentacles upright. You've got lasting generational wealth. Are you in a marriage? Are you in a long-term commitment, or is that on your brain? Have you made a lot of money by yourself? Two of Wands is a planning phase. Do I go left or right? Do I stay or do I leave? What do I want? A or B? The Emperor reversed, a lack of leadership. Are you considering leaving? I think you're considering leaving a long-term commitment. Maybe you're feeling trapped, feeling overwhelmed, feeling, you know, like you don't know how to sort this out. Because the Emperor is someone high status that doesn't feel high status when he's reversed. It's Aries energy. Right, who's showing up for you? The Knight of Wands is the challenge. So maybe a lack of passion, a lack of intimacy, a lack of excitement, a lack of sexual attraction, lack of libido for whatever reason. It doesn't reflect whether you're attractive or not, but people lose libido when they're stressed. They lose it through hormone changes, when they're grieving. Mental health reasons. That there could be a whole host of reasons, but for some reason that's the challenge, is like attraction, sexual attraction, passion, spontaneity. The 8 of Cups. This person walking away from you, maybe. Because the 8 of Cups is upright, so that's them leaving. I'm sorry if this is happening to you, Cancer. The 8 of Wands reversed is blocks, delays, challenges, stagnancy. Someone's called time on this relationship. If they haven't yet, they're about to. And it seems like you've got property together, you've got lasting generational wealth, you could have children. You don't have to, though. 8 of Swords is, look at that artwork, that's amazing. The 8 of Swords is when you feel like you're stuck, you feel like there's no way out, there's no solution to a problem. But there is, it's just your perception of things, or their perception of things. You see that she's surrounded by swords and she's at the water's edge and she's blindfolded. She has nowhere to go, no way out, okay? But it's perception, it's not reality. Mountains represent obstacles, challenges that need to be overcome, and water is emotion. And the sun's behind, she got her back to it, you know? Whether that's you or them. The Ten of Wands reversed, deciding to drop the burdens. Hi, Pearl. So these readings were about 40 minutes to an hour long. What time are we on now? 4:20. It won't be till this evening, the Sagittarius reading. Maybe like 8 or 9 o'clock, something like that. The Ten of Wands, when it's upright, it's like battle after battle, challenge after challenge, problems, you know, like struggle, strife, stress, and then you get to the end of the cycle and it's all been like that all the way through. When it's reversed though, after a long time, it's actually like, I'm not doing this anymore. This is the choice, like, I am not doing this anymore. It's not like something that's just happening to us anymore. We take back control and we're down tools and say, I'm not doing this anymore. The Temperance, the Three of Swords reversed, the Nine of Cups reversed. So this is the major arcana for Sagittarius. This is someone that's trying to manage their cups. They're trying to pour emotion from one cup into the other to get just the right balance. They're trying to stay calm. They don't want to fly off the handle. They don't want mood swings anymore. The Three of Swords reversed is recovery from heartbreak, heartache, sadness, you know, the end of a relationship. Nine of Cups reversed is being unhappy, not really being content within ourselves, okay? Not really wanting to be single, but it's happening. So we're trying to manage that. So in the outcome, there's this acceptance of, you know, our person's leaving us. Let's get a message from them. Need time to heal. Right now, I'm in a space where I need to focus on my healing and self-love. This isn't about you, it's about me. Okay, so they are just pulling away to heal, basically, like they're pulling away from you, and it's not just for a little while. It looks to be, you know, the end of a marriage or living situation, shared property, shared resources. I'm sorry for what I said. They could have lost their temper or, you know, lashed out to hurt you. I feel so much love for you. Okay, so there's unconditional love there, and there would be after, you know, many years together in such serious commitment. What did this person like or love about Cancer? Or what do they like or love? Because you can be in love and still leave. You know, sometimes love isn't enough. So they were daydreaming about the future. There was like full intention there. Thank you for being so patient with me. So they know they weren't the easiest to be married to or to have a home with. There's unconditional love. They feel regret for the things that they've said or done. But I do think they are leaving. What is it that's gone on here? Mirror. Reflects your own issues, like attracts like. So you're both at fault here. There's something that's been a bit toxic, or you've triggered, something in one another in order to heal. Maybe you both need to apologise. Love's disguise, go beyond superficial looks and see who they truly are. Yeah, it could be that financially you've put in a lot into this, but you're not a good match in other ways. Having lots of assets and feeling financially secure isn't the thing that's going to nourish your heart and your soul day in, day out. It may make you feel safe, it may make you feel secure, but you can get bored, you can get frustrated, you can get lonely. Recording, announcing, expressing, revealing truth. Yeah, this person's gonna ask for a divorce. They're gonna ask to leave. They're gonna say that they want to move out if they haven't already. If you're questioning it, you already know the answer. You are the one regret I can't let go of. They could have cheated, I don't know. It doesn't say Seven of Swords or Three of Cups, but even if they flirted with other people, or they just feel disappointed that you're not intimate with each other and it's created, distance between the two of you, or, you're more like companions or business partners rather than lovers. These days, it's been like that for a very long time. They might just feel the need to pull away, to call it a day. I don't think I did this one yet. What's the nature of this connection? Free yourself. You don't need to be in control of everything for a love relationship to be successful. Leave your fears behind. They are stopping this relationship from blossoming. Letting go. If someone leaves you confused more than comforted, you need to reassess their access to you. And it says mirror, so you could have been, sometimes you settle down with the first person that you meet, and, it just because you feel secure and you think it's the right thing to do, or, babies come along and you think, well, I'm going to make an honest woman of this person, or I'm going to make sure that I'm married because I'm pregnant, or we all have reasons for doing what we've done, or you've outgrown each other. At the time it's the right thing, and then years later you're like different people, you've had different experiences. It doesn't, fit with what you feel happy with anymore. Like attracts like. Sometimes we bond together because we just think, well, that's sorted, and I haven't got to worry about meeting someone or being solo. I've got my person, that's me sorted. But sometimes a few years later you think, God, I feel trapped in this. I think I did it because it was safe, or I did it because it's what was expected, or I got to a certain age and I settled, Let's get you some advice. Oh, hang on. I knew there was something that I'd forgotten. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay, so maybe, was there something to do with someone being like very like sexually attractive? Was it on one of these? Go beyond superficial looks and see who they truly are. So you could have picked someone for their status, for the fact they're wealthy, for the fact that they have like an important family name in your community, because they're from the right culture, because they're very good looking, you know, and then you realise like there just isn't a connection there like a few years later. But you've both done that with each other. You've both been superficial somehow, and it's created good, you know, financial standing, but that's it really. You know, sometimes you go, oh, do you know what? I want a mortgage by this age and I'm going to pick someone that's earning enough money like me, and I don't want to wait for someone else, even though they're a nice person, even though they look nice, even though, you know, we're really close. I'm going to pick the other person. And when you're young, you do shit like this because you're so like, it's almost competitive. Who can get a mortgage first? Who can do this first? Who's going to have kids first? Who's going to get married first? You know, so it can make you kind of like make sacrifices, you know, and pick people for specific reasons. And we all do that to a certain degree. We all do that, but it shouldn't be the main justification for everything. Sometimes it's best to wait, isn't it? Let people, if you're young, you've got time to let people get to the right place or find a way to make it work with the person that you love, because financial ambition shouldn't dictate your reason for picking people. Okay, so let's get you advice. Whoops. Intention. What if the only resolution you made was to love yourself more? You know, sometimes you might think, I don't know what will happen to me if I don't marry this person, or I don't know, you know, what my future's going to hold if I don't, you know, this is like the safer option or whatever. And you could have both done that with each other, or you could have picked each other because you both earn decent money, and, you know, but you have got to have the other stuff, you know, that's fine, but you got to have the other stuff. There's got to be substance to a relationship. There has to be deep emotion, there has to be deep respect, there has to be intimacy, there has to be a meeting of minds and hearts, you know, and bodies. That has to be all there. Yeah, I think you've both been in your comfort zone, you know. The Stargate, a new opportunity is opening for you. Walk fearlessly into the future. You're being encouraged to leave. The Twin Stars, partnerships bring new growth opportunities. Trust the connections that you are forming. You could surpass what you have ever imagined. with someone new. There's someone waiting for you, Spirit's telling you. The eternal star. You are an eternal star. Your light will always guide you to your highest truth. The guiding star, your guiding star leads you towards your purpose, so trust its light. This is about, going with your gut. Don't let fear get the better of you. Don't stay at your comfort zone. There's a new love waiting for you, Cancer, so you need to just allow it and, be brave, walk forwards. Don't fight what this person's doing when they're announcing that they want to leave or have a divorce, because you both picked each other because you're in each other's comfort zone. Okay, there's something superficial about it. Looks like an insect, that, doesn't it? Blessings of the Celestial. Hi, Paula, sorry. Blessings of the Celestial. Embrace the celestial blessings and feel the universe's embrace and support. Blessings, celestial, and grace. Emotional balance. Maintain emotional balance to preserve inner stability and harmony. Balance, emotions, stability. Yes, you've got to be your own port in a storm. You can't have someone else's hand to hold on to when you're allowing an ending to happen or choosing for an ending to happen. You've got to be your own emotional support. This is where you find out who you are, what you're made of. Dig deep. I'm going to get you a Yule celebration card, and then divine timing for new love. Oops. Looks like you're having a few there. Circle of candles. Form a circle of light with candles. Let each flame represent a promise, a hope, or a blessing for the year ahead. Oh, that's nice. Hot beverage. Sip a warm drink by the fire. Let the heat warm your body and the moment bring comfort to your soul. Winter grains. Be thankful for the winter grains. They are the sustenance of the season, a gift of nature to nourish and sustain you. Pine oil. Purify and renew your space. Breathe deeply, letting the fresh scent of pine clear your mind and uplift your spirit. Yeah, so reset your intentions. Think about what it is that you want. Take stock of the year. This quieter period, we're in that rush up to Christmas now, but once Christmas Day's been and gone and you're building up to the new year, have comfort. Oh, it's making me excited for this period. Oh, I can't wait to be off. Last day on Friday. Last day on Friday. Yeah, it's a nice time of year. Take some time off, even if you've got to work right up. You got to give yourself a week or so to just take stock, be warm, be cozy, eat nutritious food, have a bit of a clean up, refresh your space, make it smell nice, get clarified, get purified. Slow down, slow down, it's important, and think about what your intentions are going forwards, for the new year, for 2026. Right, new love, because it is a love reading. New love for Cancer. When will there be new love for Cancer? Within 3 months. Okay, so new year, 2026, new love. But have a think about what all of your goals are, whether it's financial ones, health ones, travel. Travel broadens the mind, you know. Whether it's getting a better work-life balance or cleaning up, you know, food, we get tempted to eat all kinds of like rich foods and stuff, so it can be nice to get back to whole foods, simple foods. Plenty of exercise, plenty of sleep. Slow it down before it revs back up again. You could be having romantic winter walks in the snow with a new love. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. That's your reading, Cancer. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, hype the channel. If you wish to donate, there's a link in the channel description. If you want to stand out in the live, you can do a super chat. But any support that you give, any and all support is welcome. Whether it's, you know, giving me a repost on TikTok or giving a nice comment, it keeps me going. It really does. You shouldn't feel attacked and triggered. Orange swirl is probably very citrusy and refreshing. It's what I should be having. But I'm telling you now, categorically, I will never choose that for myself. I bet it smells really good as well. I'm just hardwired. I'm a Taurus, guys. Like, I'm hardwired to choose, like, things that are chocolatey or coconutty or, oh, hazelnut ice cream. Yum. Sweet, like, sweet, sickly stuff. No, never fruity. I would never pick a fruity ice cream, really. But I probably really enjoy it if someone else gets it. I am going to have a break after Virgo, you know, because this is a long time, isn't it? Been a bit quiet, but I know there's a lot of channels recording at the same time, so I'm not freaked out by it. Where's everyone watching from? Coconut cream in your coffee. Beautiful. Oh, I love an iced coffee. I tell you what, we went on holiday to Cyprus a few years ago and we still talk about the iced coffees. It was only done with, I think it was almond milk, ice, and then, you know, like, I'm sure it was like instant coffee that they were using, but it was delicious. You maybe they put coconut cream in as well. It was just so good. We were addicted. If I could have a personal assistant to just make me those, I would. It's very diva-ish, isn't it? If I was rich, I'd have my own swimming pool and I'd have my own steam room. I love a steam room. Alabama. You're watching from Alabama, USA. Is Gumbo watching? Your cat. Actually, let me just grab a drink, and I'm fantasising about a leftover slice of pizza. If it's there, I'm having it. I don't care. My mum says we're eating tea and I'm having it because I'm not had any lunch. My mum ate the pizza. Look, I've got mulled wine, but I've not heated it up. I've got baba ganoush. Oops, I nearly knocked her wine over. That's baba ganoush, which is like roasted aubergine with tahini and olive oil. And then I just grabbed any bread. This is the weirdest combination of food ever. We're going around the world. I'm so sorry to like do this, but I really need food. Oh my god, it's so nice. Right, that'll keep me going until I've done Virgo now. Flammable eggnog. I tried Advocaat and I was like, whoa, that's way too strong. But I don't know why. I'm just very tempted to like keep trying it. Eggnog's different, isn't it? It's more liquid, it's less thick. I can imagine it's really tasty eggnog. I think it'd be in what did we used to have in Italy in the Alps? I think it was Advocaat, but it was heated up. It would have been made fresh. What was it called? Bombardino, was it? Bombardino. I don't know if I just made that up. It's a chef that made like a hot winter beverage for the Alps, people in the Alps, from like eggs, fresh eggs and like sugar and brandy. I think it's from the Bombardiers. We're going to have to fact check that one. I'm losing my Italian culture the longer I'm out of Italy. I'm too far away from the desk. My back's going to be cranked. Truth bombs. So what are the ingredients for eggnog? I think I should try and make some this winter, you know. Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Leo's highest good. How is Leo feeling in this third week of December 2025 with regards to one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Leo's feeling, first of all, please. Are you leaving us now, Jojo? Have a nice weekend. 5 of Pentacles reversed. So the 5 of Pentacles, when it's upright, is, yeah, it's 2 paupers out in the snow. They're trying to seek refuge at a local church. They're without, okay? It's a state of lack. 5s in tarot are never good, okay? So 5 of Cups is grief, sadness, loss, regret. 5 of Swords is arguments, division, you know, having the last laugh in an exchange of words and everyone walking off in different directions. 5 of Wands is conflict, whether it's internal or external. It's fiery energy, you know, explosive, falling out, physically having altercations, or being very conflicted internally, like mixed feelings about something. The 5 of Pentacles is, you know, Pentacles is money, time, and energy. So someone feels like they're in a state of lack when it comes to money, time, or energy. And this is a love reading. So it's a lack of money, time, and energy with regards to another person. Now, when it's reversed, we're recovering from that. Okay, so we're coming out from the cold, so to speak. Perhaps we're starting to receive attention, or we're starting to put ourselves out there once again. Queen of Pentacles upright, okay. So you're in a feminine energy at the moment, which is more abundant, more passive, more submissive, calm, nurturing. You know, a King of Pentacles is still those things, but he's often thinking about the greater good, what's good overall. A queen is in a feminine energy because she's very nurturing and she's thinking about each individual person and how they will be affected by something. We all have both feminine and masculine energy within us. We just lean one way or another at various times. It changes. It's nice in a relationship when we have those two things complementing one another. It's a bit like yin and yang, you know, the peace sign, because we can't both be in a masculine energy. We can't both be in a feminine energy because nothing would happen. Everyone would be waiting for the other person to do something. So when we have that complementary energy, it doesn't matter who's got it, who's got the feminine, who's got the masculine, but it helps to complete and complement rather than clash or fall apart, you know. So the Queen of Pentacles is upright, so coming into an abundant time, stable financially, feeling generous. Let me have a swig of my drink. OMG, that's good. Oh, I can taste all the spices. Yummy. I'm having mulled wine, but I'm having it cold. It's vin brûlée in Italy. Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? One Christmas we went to Frankfurt at the beginning of December. We went to the Christmas market, and oh, it's lovely just walking around like the town and buying, there's like a choir, there's all like lights and music and a huge Christmas tree. And we had what are the sausages called? Well, I guess frankfurters. We had sausages and like nice breads with cheeses and mulled wine. It was lovely. King of Wands reversed, the Devil reversed, the Seven of Wands upright, the Sun reversed, the Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles, the Hermit. There's a choice that needs to be made, and we've got free from obsession, attachment, codependency. Sometimes when you detach from another person, you can feel disempowered because you're out of your comfort zone. You can feel a lack of confidence because someone basically just told you everything's not right about you. However, getting free from the Devil is good. That's the Major for Capricorn. The Seven of Wands is a competitive, like determined to regain the high ground. The Sun card is Leo energy reversed. There's a sense of burden, being preoccupied. The Two of Wands is a choice, a planning phase. Two of Pentacles is trying to juggle, trying to see which is going to win. And the Hermit is looking within, isolating yourself, trying to think about what we want for ourselves going forwards. It's the Major Arcana for Virgo. You could be a Leo Virgo cusper. Let's get 3 for how they're feeling. See, they've got the Ace of Cups. This person's in love. Whoever's showing up for you in your spread is totally and utterly besotted in love. It could be self-love, but let's see what else comes out. The Tower reversed. They're trying to stop the Tower from falling. But towers have to fall. You can't stop a tower from falling. A tower moment could be someone announcing their pregnancy to you and you just being open-mouthed because it was unexpected. Life's never going to be the same again, A tower moment could be work telling you that they've got to make you redundant. They're really sorry, but they don't have, like the capacity to keep you employed, and it's through, like wider changes that are happening. A tower moment could be finding out that you're incredibly ill. So it's major change. Life's never going to be the same again. And this person's trying to stop the tower. Normally, a tower moment in a relationship or a love reading is someone trying to leave us, some sort of ultimatum, some sort of climax that we built up to. So this person has a lot of emotion for you, Leo. Whoever this is. The Ace of Pentacles reverse could be a substantial loss of money or an opportunity that's not coming through. So Pentacles are time, money and energy, and Ace of Pentacles, aces are something that we've wanted and actively worked towards, that the universe is granting us, because they're meeting our hard work with a bit of good luck. But when it's reversed, it's like something we really wanted, something financial, something significant is being lost, or it's not being achieved. Like if you were going to move in together, or if you were going to get engaged or married, this would cost money, and it would be a level up and it would be a big jump. It's not happened. Let's get 3 for the outcome. We've got the Queen of Wands reversed. And the other card that came out is the Knight of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands reversed. Did we have the King of Wands? As I remember talking about. Yeah, so we've got the King and Queen of Wands both reversed. So it does look like a separation vibe here. They don't want you to leave. They don't want a tower moment, but you can't stop a tower. It's happening. If your money's good, you're likely to feel like you're able to go elsewhere, you know, to be by yourself or to invest in another. With the Knight of Pentacles, you may be looking to invest in another, and this person may feel like, hang on a minute, we were supposed to be taking things to the next level, and it's all falling down, like this House of Cards is falling down, and you're choosing to walk away. The Six of Wands, victory, success, recognition. It's either that you're leaving this person or they needed help financially and you're going to offer it. Like if you were still living quite separately when it comes to finances. But I don't know, because that King of Wands reversed and the Devil reversed, the Queen of Wands does suggest like you two are parting ways and you're looking to reinvest somewhere else. Unless they're going to try and offer something to keep you from leaving. Your finances look good. I just think you want to invest elsewhere. That's my initial take on it. Let's get a new contact message from them. My dreams. I've been dreaming about you. In my dreams, we are so free and in love. Wish I could stay there forever. That's a shame because this person feels a lot for you. You know, you're like wish fulfillment for them. But it looks like you're looking to reinvest somewhere else. To recommit somewhere else. We are on hold, but I'm coming back for you. Oh my God. I feel like you see this as like an unhealthy attachment because you have the Devil reversed. And they're just like, no, we can make it work. What is it that this person likes or loves? I would say loves about Leo. You make me feel like a kid again. They like how fun you are. You bring, you know, some sort of frivolity, spontaneity, or I don't know, magnetism to this. You know, Leos are very impressive. You're very charming. You're very you're full of ego, you light up a room. When you walk in, you've got that kind of presence that turns heads, whether you're male or female. You're very good looking. So they might just feel giddy of you because you're very, very attractive, sort of in personality and looks, but they don't want you to go. Undecided, choosing between lovers, competing for affection. So that could have been an issue in the relationship. Moonlit unity, use understanding to have greater emotional balance. If you do want to work on this, you need to try to see one another's point of view. Don't be stubborn. Leos can be so full of bravado, so macho. Whether you're male or female, you're very type A, alpha personality. You can push people around too much. You don't like to reflect because that would mean admitting that you were wrong, and you're not very good at that. Investigating someone's, knowing they fucked up. Did this person cheat? Did they let you down? Were they flirting with other people, whether that's like through text or physically cheating? Were they trying to play the field? Did they not have trust, so they've been like snooping, and that's like annoyed you? The fact that they don't trust you. Netflix and chill. No, something definitely occurred here. Sneaking around, friends with benefits, spending time with someone else. Ooh. Yeah, so there was infidelity. Every person who leaves takes away something that you no longer need. Okay, so we've got to shed relationships like we shed leaves if we're a tree that's dying. We have to make space for the new buds, for the new growth, for the new year. This person thinks like you're going to take them back. But if they've been unfaithful, why should you? Why would you want to do that? What's the nature of this connection, please? Express your love. It's important to let people know that you love them. You have nothing to lose. Okay, so there was love here, but maybe it wasn't expressed, and so that's caused insecurity, infidelity. Leos are fiercely loyal. You really don't like and you won't tolerate anyone that you think is trying to play you, trying to trick you, trying to deceive you, make you look stupid. You won't have it. You don't expect that because you don't do that to people. You like to be clear. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. This person's like misunderstood your values completely. I'm not saying a Leo's never been a player or a Leo's never played the field, but you're always clear with people. You don't enjoy to deceive people because you think that's dishonorable. And you are like, Leo's ahead of the pride. You are like, you want to be someone that everyone looks up to in a community. You want to be impressive, and that isn't an impressive thing to do. It's a low down thing to do. So even if you're very handsome or very beautiful, you enjoy to do the right thing when it comes to loyalty, when it comes to devotion, when it comes to, you want your lioness, you want your lion. You're looking for that ride or die, and you won't lie to people and deceive people. You want to be clear if it is just sex or if it is, for life. you're going to be clear on that from the start. What do I need to get for you now? Let's get you some advice. Focus. My absolute yes list. If you focus on what you don't want, there's a good chance that you'll get it. Focus on what you do want instead. Transformation. I am constantly evolving. I improve inwardly by working on my weaknesses and refining my strengths. Life ensures that I'm presented with situations that will help me to learn and grow. I am aware of my progress and open my wings to the light. Okay, so it may be an opportunity to reflect here. You have got the Hermit. You know, Virgos are amazing at taking stock of the past. Looking back, what mistakes were made, what do I want going forwards. Have that time for yourself to do shadow work and get clear on what you want, and Spirit saying, think about what you want and not what you didn't want, okay? Because sometimes we let our ego point us to thoughts of anger, resentment, disappointment, frustration, but we need to let that go. Let bygones be bygones. It is what it is. It was what it was. It's water under the bridge. If we've made mistakes somehow, we do need to take stock of that. But now, moving forwards, think about what you do want. What is it that you're looking for in a person, and be very clear with them. If you love someone deeply, if you care about them a lot and you think you could fall for them, tell them. I'm not saying that is what went wrong here, but it could have been something. It's just an example. Because it seems like someone wasn't open about how they were feeling and it's caused a mess. They were shady. You could have judged you, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't assume every person who's good looking is a player or low down, or don't assume someone who's been a player is going to play you and treat them like that, because they could hold you in very high regard and then you screw them right over and you lose the best thing that could have happened to you if you're the cross-watcher. The Nebula song. The universe sings in harmony with your desires. Tune into its guiding melody. So it's time to manifest, guys. It's time to think about what you want. You're coming up to the spiritual drive-through. What is it that you want on the menu? Ask your angels, say out loud, Spirit, I want someone who's reliable. I want someone who's a ride or die. I want someone who's very open with their feelings, someone who's loyal, someone who's hardworking, someone who's not going to let me down. Goal setting. Set clear goals and create plans to achieve your life's desires and dreams. I want to live in this country. I want to own my own business. I want to progress in whatever career. I want someone to be the mother of my children or the father of my children. I want, this many children. I want a home in this location, whether it's the beach or the countryside or the mountains, or, think about what you want. Eye of awareness. Gain deep insight into yourself and the world through awareness. Awareness, observation, and insight. Silent winter. Find peace in the silence of winter. Within the stillness, discover the calm and clarity your soul seeks. Okay, when is Leo going to meet their person? When are they going to meet someone new? Because I don't think that you're going to go back to this person who was disloyal. Time is still unknown, okay? So time to focus on yourself, Leo, and just get very, very clear in this quieter period. Slow down, relax, and then get in touch with your intuitive side and ask the universe for what you want. What is it that you're looking for? If you liked this reading, please give it a like. Share the video, share the channel. Follow, subscribe, repost. Do what you can to support, whether it's likes, comments, shares. It's all appreciated. Anything to keep me going while I work full-time and teaching and doing the channel at the same time. I would love to do the channel full-time. Memberships are starting in March. I'm just getting my tax number created by the US so we can get paid by Google. So I went down to London this week to sort that, and yeah, 2026 is going to be a good year for Seven Chakras Tarot. If you want a personal reading, because these are collective readings, then you can contact me directly, direct message on Instagram or TikTok. You can email me at jen3585@gmail.com. It's in the channel description. It'll be a link to a pre-recorded video that only you can see. You can watch it at your leisure anytime that you want, as many times as you want, on your TV, on your phone, on your tablet, whatever it is that you use. But yeah, it's only you will be able to see it, but it'll be pre-recorded. I think the turnaround time at the moment is 2 days. It's not long. I don't know about you, but I am so ready to break up for Christmas. So ready for 2026. Right, let's do Virgo and then I'm going to give myself a break. I'm sure we're saying in my last AllSigns that this is a Lindt calendar. It's not. It's Ferrero Rocher. It's the company that make Ferrero Rocher. So, yeah, it's very beautiful as a backdrop, but it's not very, like, multicultural. There's only, like, white people on it. So that's my only, like, issue with it. But it's nice to have, like, scenery for the background. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Virgo's highest good. How is Virgo feeling in this third week of December 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Virgo's feeling, please. The Hermit, your major arcana. Okay, so Virgo, you could be soul searching at the moment. You could be doing shadow work, or you could just be feeling yourself. You could be feeling pretty good. Because it's your major arcana, it's just you showing up upright, is you being, you know, your higher self, your best self at the moment. Right, the next one is Page of Wands reversed. The Page of Wands, when it's upright, is someone who's young, naive, excited. They've never walked down this path before. They're excited, okay? They're optimistic, they're hopeful. They have no preconceived ideas about how things are going to go with someone new because it's new, right? So when it's reversed, it's like there's a lack of fire, a lack of excitement, a lack of enthusiasm. Why is that? You could be in a period of isolation at the moment. Nine of Cups reversed, so you're not happy. There's something that you want, but maybe you don't even know what you want at the moment. The Nine of Cups upright is when all your cups are full. Your emotions are abundant, you are feeling satiated, satisfied, contented. Your cups are full. At the moment, you're not happy within yourself, okay? So it may be that you do want to be in love, or goals that you've, got for yourself haven't been reached, or you don't even know what you want. Maybe you're hurt by the past. But I don't think that you want to be single, because nines are people who are single and happy. When nines are reversed, it tends to be that, you want to be in a relationship or you're not happy within yourself. Sorry, at the moment. Now, your person's showing up as the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords upright, so they're devastated, they're heartbroken. You're a heartbreaker, Virgo. The Knight of Cups reversed, that they'll be damned if they're going to communicate that to you. They are not going to tell you that at all. They don't want you to know that you were their special person. They're not going to share that with you during this time. They're not going to pursue you during this time. The Three of Cups, community. Three is a number of teams, community, socialising together. You're in hermit mode, which is like, it's just me. It's just me, and I'm down, I'm in reflection. They could be going out partying, they could be trying to get over you, trying to forget about you. This is what a lot of people do. Of course, they don't get over you like that. They just make a tit of themselves and have a hangover as well as having a broken heart. They could be tempted to multi-date or go back to a friends with benefits, or they could be accusing you of doing stuff like that, imagining you're doing that. They could have caught you having a third-party situation, or, they're broken-hearted, whoever it is that's done this and caused this ending. They are thoroughly devastated. Let's get 3 for the outcome. The Magician. So someone feels like they've got all the tools to succeed. All 4 aces, the Ace of Cups, the intelligence, the patience. When I say intelligence, when it's cups, it's emotional intelligence. Being patient, being forgiving, being understanding. Understanding how others are affected by us. The Ace of Swords is intelligence, strategy, intellect, research, knowledge, communication, justice. The The Ace of Pentacles is money, you know, having the income, the savings, the investment, the loans, the taste, you know, knowing what to buy and how to look, being practical, being able to be practical about things, pragmatic about things. The Ace of Wands is having the ambition, the drive, the self-motivation, the desire, the passion, the bravado, the like guts to do something, being assertive, goal-orientated, taking action. This person, whoever it is, you will then feel like they have what it takes to succeed. The King of Pentacles reversed. So there's a loss of money or outgoings of money. It's in combination with the Judgment reversed. Someone's ignoring the call to act. The Judgment, when it's upright, is we're being signaled, you know, to do something, to take action. And when it's reversed, we're ignoring that. And the King of Pentacles could be spending too much, gambling. They could be overindulging, or they could be experiencing too many outgoings, you know, due to like a flurry of bills, or due to separation, having to move out, having to pay a deposit, you know, or pay 2 sets of bills at once, buy someone out of a mortgage. You tend to get, you know, like money's tighter because you haven't got 2 lots of income paying bills or mortgages or rent. You've got one, you know, and then you're having to pay for another place to live in as well, or something like this. There's definitely been separation because we've got that heartbreak, and, you know, they're in heartbreak, you're in hermit energy, which is isolation, shadow work. 2 of Cups in the outcome, 2 of Cups upright. That's 2 people falling for one another, 2 people feeling the same for one another. So I don't know if you miss this person and they're going to make themselves exclusive to you because they're devastated that you're gone. I was not expecting the 2 of Cups in the outcome. I know that you don't want to be single. I know that you're not excited to meet someone new. And I know that they're devastated that this has ended. It's still new love. It's not 6 of Cups. It's not, you know, something that's been going on for a long time. It's early in its infancy. Let's get a message from them. Tears. When I think about you, I cry. Well, we know that they're heartbroken. Oh, hi, Pauline. It's £18 for a reading. 18. If you want a reading, you can email me. It's in the channel description. It's jen3585@gmail.com. Or you can direct message on Instagram or TikTok. It'll be a pre-recorded reading that's about 45 minutes. It can be love or anything you want. I'm listening to my guides. They're trying to understand if this is what's meant for them. You know, if they've lost like the best thing that ever happened to them. What is it that this person likes or loves? And I would say loves. What is it that this person loves about Virgo? I feel at home with you. You're home to this person. Virgos have exceptional taste. You're very earthy. You love to run a household, run a business. You do it well. You're perfectionists. You know, if something's worth doing well, you do it yourself. You are earth mothers. You are caregivers, caretakers. You're very nurturing. You are the maiden. This person really values that, and they may value it more retrospectively, but you each love each other. What's the nature of this connection, please? Twin flame? This person is your mirror soul. This is why this connection feels so sacred to you. You're in separation at the moment, but you're supposed to come back together. Keep the door open. Don't be so focused on a closed door that you don't see the ones which open for you. Yeah, because that made no sense to me why you'd parted company and were so like upset over each other and then come back together as the Two of Cups. You mutually have fallen for one another, but you may not have discussed it. You may not be in a position to commit to each other. You may have issues. Well, you will have issues that you each have some sort of issue that you're working on, and you trigger healing in one another. With twin flames, the flames, you know, dance, and one runs away and the other one chases. And then that person stops chasing and goes, why am I chasing after this person? They shouldn't be running. And then that person goes, why are they not chasing after me? They should be running after me. And they start running. And the runner becomes the chaser. Sorry, they start chasing. The runner becomes the chaser becomes the runner. And you trigger healing. You trigger each other to do the opposite to what you've always done. If someone's always run away, they won't be able to do that anymore. If someone's always chased, they won't be able to do that anymore. Okay, so one of you is the runner and the other one's the chaser. Twin flames. Deep feelings involved here, and it can take a lot to understand and work through why you are a runner, why you are a chaser. It comes from childhood. It comes from past trauma. I'm not saying you've had a dramatic childhood, because I haven't, but I'm a chaser. I'm someone that wants to make things right. I'm someone that's very emotional. I'm an empath. I can be too understanding, and I can be too eager to forgive someone. So, you know, sometimes you have like people pleaser tendencies. Sometimes you have weaker boundaries because you're trying to work around others. So yes, you have to learn to stop doing that. You have to learn to stop chasing. You have to learn to put your foot down and say, no, that's not normal for someone who cares about me to run away from me. I'm not doing this anymore. I don't know everything about twin flames. I know I'm in a twin flame situation. And it means that most of the time you're apart and frustrated with one another because you're very opposite in how you handle things. And it's very frustrating trying to trigger healing in one another, but you do it, and you have been picked to do it. The universe has picked a person who is the perfect and ripe option for triggering healing in that person, and vice versa. It's your purpose. It's bigger than anything you'll do, anything else you'll do in this lifetime. Because people can have relationships, they can get married, and it can be quite straightforward. But to be that person that's able to stop someone from doing the habits of a lifetime and actually face up to their own fears, you know, a marital partner is probably facilitating that rather than triggering healing. Because they want a quieter time, they want an easier life, they want function. So they're probably going to support whatever negative behaviours that person's doing. To trigger someone is to do the opposite of what they probably want. And that's why it's so tumultuous, and it causes a lot of trouble and a lot of being apart. But the times that you're together, it's fire. OMG, like, never had a connection like it. It's fire, and it's very emotionally loaded. It's not sexual, because that would be too shallow. It's a very profound connection with a strong purpose. But it's very exhausting and troublesome. Lots of off and on, long periods apart, months up to years apart. So you'll know whether it's twin flame or not. You'll know. This is, because the divine's telling us it is. It's very, very clear. I think this came out. I think you got twin flame on your last Virgo reading, I'm going to have a look. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Someone's not being honest with themselves that they've got toxic behaviours, some kind of issue, that they're a runner or that they're a chaser. Interesting. What is it that's gone down then here? Because I do suspect third party, but I don't know. Forgiving. They didn't mean to hurt you, but you are holding on to it. Forgiving helps you to get past it. This person could be someone that's holds grudges, feels insecure, runs away from intense emotion, just physically gets away from it so that they don't have to deal with it. Fluttering heart, your passion leads you to the love you desire. Well, yeah, that's the magnetic attraction, but also deep emotional, sort of like getting intoxicated with each other, but having high drama. It's not karmic, okay? This isn't karmic. Twin flames is very, very different. Karmic is someone awful, and it gets worse, worse, worse until you are forced to get them out of your life and draw yourself some boundaries. That's a karmic. Twin flames is like, you're good people, but you have certain behaviours that you do, whether that's running away or chasing, and you're supposed to trigger, the other to sort of evolve out of those behaviours. And they come from, can be from mother wounds, father wounds, childhood trauma, but you're not not a narcissist. You're not someone that uses people for money or, breaks every law going. You're not that. It's just like, you can be a good person, but overreact to certain emotions that you feel, or do something unhealthy to evade, or, you can have like people pleaser tendencies, and basically you two call each other out on your shit, and that's why it never runs smoothly. That's the job of a twin flame. Total drama. That is the job of twin flames, honestly. Like, total drama. You could have just thought, I need a drama-free existence, I need a break. Or they could have thought that. But then you can't stay away from each other, can you? Self-love. Loving you, taking back control, finally being happy. Love yourself. This person's got to learn to love themselves. Sometimes people trauma bond and they'll marry or get into a relationship with someone that facilitates their crazy behaviours, their toxic behaviours. That's not being in love, but it's feeling like this person is never going to leave me, so I'll stay with them. There are things I never got the chance to tell you. They've got something that they need to open up about, okay? It's probably something to do with the past, something to do with their childhood, and why they operate the way that they do. Let's get you some advice then, Virgo. you're about to have a deep and meaningful conversation with this person where they open up about, what drives them to react to things the way that they do, if they overreact or if they run or if they chase. What's causing them to do that? Because they've probably done it for many years. Optimism. So your advice, Virgo, from Spirit is you're going to make up stories in your head about people and circumstances. Please make them love stories with happy endings. Be optimistic, okay? Be more optimistic, Virgo. If you're going to kind of fill in the gaps yourself, fill it in with positive stuff. Don't turn bitter. Don't fall out of love with being in love, Success. I grow and thrive in the universe. I discover the purity of my heart and the higher wisdom that guides me towards victory. I direct my thoughts towards clarity and nurture wisdom, love, and goodness within me. I am free now, and I succeed in my life. You've got optimism, keep the door open, success, forgiving. This person feels at home with you. You feel the same for one another. Let's get you a couple more advice cards. If I can pick up the last blooming card. I can't get it up. That's ridiculous. I'm listening to my guides. They're going through an ascension. That's what they should be doing. In time apart, twin flames have to soul search. They have to reflect. They have to introspect. If they want to see you again, they've got to... they can ignore it for a while, but they're going to have to face facts at some point. That they miss you, that what they've done was unhealthy, this kind of thing. The dreamer's sky. Dream boldly, the universe is listening and ready to make it real. Wow. Ask your angels. Say, angels, this is what I want for myself. I keep saying 1111. The last 7 days I've seen it loads. It's always like that. It's like a flurry of occasions where I see it. And then I won't see it for months. And then I'll get a flurry of this. That's the universe saying, right, tell me what you want, so and so. Meditative stillness. Embrace stillness to cultivate serene mindfulness and deep presence. Serenity, mindfulness, and presence. Okay, relax yourself, slow yourself down. They're quite similar facial expressions there, aren't they? And they're from different decks. Keep the door open, optimism, forgiving. Two of Cups. They're gonna open up to you about something really something really personal, something really private to their upbringing, I think. How they view themselves, really, really, really private stuff that they keep under lock and key, Oh, where's that gone? Festive music. Sing and celebrate with festive music. The songs of Yule bring joy, warmth, and connection to all who hear them. Okay, make sure you come together with others and enjoy this social time. Allow yourself to be happy, to sing, to raise your vibration. I can't help it, I keep saying I don't want to hear the music in the supermarket, like the Christmas songs, and then I find myself singing it in the shower. You can't help but get carried away. The kids want to sing it in school. The teenagers, the grumpy teenagers most of the time, rolling their eyes up and, being awful. The moodiest people I could ever choose to work with. work with, in inverted commas. But yeah, they love a Christmas song. They've been putting the Santa hats on for weeks now. Let's hope they're in a good mood for this final week. Right, so let's get a divine timing for this reunion that is bound to happen between you and your twin flame. November. Okay, so you could be apart for about a year. And I know it sounds like dejecting, but the point of a twin flame journey is to trigger healing in someone. And the kind of stuff that you're trying to heal from is mother wounds, father wounds, having a trauma reaction rather than responding to it in a healthy way, reacting in a very extreme way, you know, very aggressive or evasive, or these are habits that this person's always done. They're things that you've always done if you're a people pleaser and a chaser, or you're a runner and someone that evades, you know, heavy emotion, goes silent on people, hides away from people. These are habits of a lifetime and they are not easy to change. So it involves sacrifice, it involves being strong, it involves staying away from each other. And whether someone goes into denial for several months or what, you'll think nothing's changing. Nothing's changed. We've lost all this time apart. It's probably over. And then stuff will have changed the next time you come back together. And neither of you will be expecting it. So that's the only way that people evolve and grow and change, is when they feel like something's over, when they feel like something's lost. They go into that dark zone. They dig deep and they think, I need to fundamentally change something about myself. That doesn't happen when you're confident that you're going to be together again, when you just think, oh, well, we'll always end up back together. It happens when you think, shit, that's it now. Okay, it's a weird one, the twin flames journey, but it's something where if you're part of it, you'll know. You'll know. There's nothing like it. Okay, Virgo, that is your reading. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, hype the channel. Memberships will start around March time. It's much further back because I've applied for a tax ID in the US and I'm outside the US, so it takes like 9 weeks for it to come back. So that's a bit of a spanner in the works there, but 2026 is going to be a good one. Memberships will include, members will get a monthly education, business and finance reading. They'll get a monthly health reading with a Native American Indian medicine wheel. That looks at your spiritual health, your mental health, your emotional health, and your connection to the divine. There'll be a How to Read Tarot series. Love readings will remain free if they're collective. Personal readings are £18. You can direct message on Instagram or TikTok, and you can email me in the channel description. It's jen3585@gmail.com. So that would be a pre-recorded reading. You'll get a link to it so only you can see it. It's totally private. You can watch it at your leisure as many times as you want. I don't think they ever get deleted. So yeah, so there's private readings, there's memberships coming up. You can always support the channel by just putting a nice comment or a like, or if you wish to, you can donate to the channel. It's there's a link in the channel description. If you want to stand out in lives, you can do a super chat. Loads of stuff seems to be possible. At some point I may have a shop, but yeah, it's all going to be when I get this tax number back. So thank you for your support. In the meantime, I'm going to take a break. I need to eat some more food. I'm going to have some mulled wine. We're having a bit of a late meal this evening, so I'll take a break. Play a bit of Fortnite. It's Christmas themed, so you know. Very important to maximise my weekends because it's so stressful being in work at the moment, honestly. Behaviour is diabolical. So I'm not going to spend my weekend worrying about that. It's going to be doing stuff that I want to do. Take me in advice that I give out on here. Yeah, I went down to London this week to sort out taxes and work with solicitors, tax firms. So it's all happening. It's all happening behind the scenes. Right, take care and I'll see you in an hour or so. Bye, guys.